late, go late. Hi, everybody. Dave is not concentrating. Well, Dave is concentrating, but Dave is not concentrating on us.
No, I'm ignoring everybody. I'm multitasking. I'm here.
We are always multitasking. So I see Summers. Downtown Gutter, I don't think I've ever seen Downtown Gutter before. And Trish and Kim and Beth. That's all I see right now. And my StreamYard says there is 0 there, but I know that is probably not correct. I just got back from dinner, so I am not even putting my hair down. I'm just coming as is. Hey, Nikki T. Hey, Janet. So Janet just bought a really cool fish little ceramic thing from me from my store this week. So I am Calvin, so everybody knows Calvin is late. Calvin has a t-ball game, so he hopefully will be joining us in a little bit. He said they might get rained out, which might push it back, so we'll hope Calvin will join us. I know last time he was in the chat before he was able to come on screen. Hey, Steve-O. So I have 2 people with me. Gayle, you guys have not met before. She goes by Smalltown Picker. She has a channel, and I have everybody's links down in the description already. And Dave has been on with me once before, Midwest Picker. Dave and I have been watching each other's channels and hanging out for a while. And yeah, so I'm going to let them introduce themselves, tell themselves a little bit about, I almost said about you, about themselves, so you guys know, and then we can start talking. I have a few things I definitely want to talk about with you guys tonight, and I want to get some audience feedback, probably a little more than I normally do, but yeah, so go ahead. Gayle, you go first since Dave's being distracted.
Okay. As she said, I'm Gayle. I go by Smalltown Picker on YouTube. I've been doing reselling for quite a few years now, more heavily in the last few years. And it's a side hustle, but will be full-time shortly, probably by the beginning of next year.
I wish. I keep like my goal was by the end of this year, but realistically, I don't see it.
Yeah, it's not by choice. I've got notification that I will lose my job, so I'm kind of fortunately in a financial situation that kids are off in college and they're already past all that and they're raising themselves now, so I can take care of just me now. So I've got a finance background, so I've done pretty good with my finances. So fingers crossed it works. Otherwise, maybe Walmart is hiring.
Sometimes I almost wish I'd get pushed into be like, because I think if you have to, I think you're gonna try harder. You know what I mean? Like if that's your only option. I know, like I haven't seen Julian in here yet tonight. Bearded Thrift. He made the choice to and just like went all out, quit and went full time.
Yeah. I think I had to be pushed. So,
in order to try and do it. Yeah.
I think if you're going to try to make what you make now, you may never quit to do it. You just have to know what you need. And if you're okay with that and a little then some, then it's worth trying out if that's what you love.
Yeah, I think if I get like my student loans are like my main thing. I think if I could get those down, I probably would have a lot more wiggle room. And if I would quit, so I have a rental that's sitting empty that is income that I could be making. But the thing is it's 20 feet from my house and I'm very picky about who's going in there because like if they're loud, they're 20 feet from my bedroom window. And so I just have like put it off and I haven't gotten applications in a while because it's been vacant 2 months. So I think I'm going to have to put out like a whole brand new thing once I decide to actually like that I'm going to pick somebody. But our last tenant was in there 5 years and it was her and her son and it was perfect, but it's a 3-bedroom house. So I'm getting a lot of applications from people with like 3 and 4 kids. And I'm like, oh, it's a mobile home.
Yeah.
And like we can hear them thump, 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 thump running through the house. Like in our bedroom, we can hear that. So
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah. So, but I mean that's $750 of income that we're not getting right now. No.
Please.
No.
Please.
Dave, introduce yourself. My husband's trying to trade Dalton. Apparently, he's behaving.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just so distracted because I'm participating in a local auction, local pickup, and I keep getting outbid. But I'm Dave. I'm a full-time RN, full-time father, husband, part-time YouTube content creator, part-time reseller, primarily eBay. I tried my hand at Macari. It's not working out so well. But yeah, that's what I do. Probably 330 listings is about as much as I can handle, and I upload a video about every 4 or 5 days. And yeah, I've known Kat a long time, way back when she had like 600 subscribers.
Way back.
Way back in the olden days.
Four whole months ago. Janet, yeah, I guess I could specify for seniors, and that would probably take a lot, but I don't know as far as discrimination laws with renting, if I can do that. I mean, I guess I could say my property's 55 and up. I don't know. It's mine. I own it. So I don't know. Harry said you have the smoothest voice on YouTube, Dave.
Oh, well, thank you.
He's got the radio voice. You could try Airbnb, short-term rental.
So I actually considered that. I don't know if anybody in the chat, I know everybody has like multifaceted things they do. I know a couple of resellers do it. The only thing with that is I would have to furnish it, and I would have to turn on the electric and pay the electric out of pocket. And we're literally in the middle of nowhere. I'm not near any major city. We're about 30 minutes from Cedar Key, which is kind of touristy. And then we have the natural Florida Springs here as well. So those might, but I don't know that I would be able. Yeah, there's not very, I don't know that I'd be able to pull it off, because I thought about that, but I would have to fill a whole house full of furniture and pay for electric and all that.
Yeah, you have to have it ready for sure. But
Lisa, I went to the dollar thrift store. I couldn't help it. We went to look at boats, and it was by the dollar thrift store. So I bought a bunch more. It's kind of crazy. So by the stuff that I've been buying on auction, I end up changing up how I'm sourcing, because I get the stuff at auction that I wouldn't normally pick up, say, out thrifting. So I got, I think, like 15 Hawaiian shirts for $1 each, because the Hawaiian shirts have been moving pretty decent for me, anywhere from like 25 up to 75 and $100. So I got probably 10 of them today for $1 each. Hey, Jennifer, Sharon.
Kat, is that
Sharon
any brand?
Huh?
Is that any brand Hawaiian shirt, or just
so what I've learned by listing these is the print seems to be more important. I mean, the name's going to matter. Like, you're not going to get $100 for a no-name brand. Like, I got $100 for my Tommy Bahamas that were vintage, but as far as the rest of them, I think the pattern and the size matters more than the actual brand, it seems like. And they like if it's made in Hawaii. So probably half of mine were, and then these today, I think almost all of them I picked up were made in Hawaii or designed in Hawaii.
Good to know.
No. So Lisa, that brings me into something I was discussing with Gayle and Dave before we went live. I did not go to Dudley's because I have to get up at 5 a.m. if I want to go there. You guys don't know, but that's a local auction to us. It's in person on Tuesdays. I have to get up at like 6 o'clock, including waking Dalton and Brad up at 6 o'clock to go to that auction. So I typically have to see something I really, really want at that auction to wake up that early on my day off. So for all of you guys that are listening, I've never done this, but I was in one of the reselling groups on the way home. Brad was driving, and I was just scrolling on Facebook, and somebody in there sells furniture. So have any of you guys sold furniture over on eBay? They said they use uship.com. They picked up some like Ethan Allen furniture for like $200, sold it for $1,000 pretty quick. And they use U-Ship. So does anybody else sell big stuff like that? Because they made like an $800 profit on one furniture piece. And like Lisa and Rob, that's what I was thinking. Dudley's, there are always tons of big furniture pieces for cheap. Like my entertainment center is solid wood carved, and I paid $10. And I think it's Broyhill. And I paid $10. It's probably a $2,000 entertainment center. I see your kitty cat. Lisa, where are you at? I was talking to Lisa, and Rob. But Lisa, are you in Lisa's liquidations? Where are you at? Dave, are you winning anything?
I just won a Coleman lantern.
Oh, you won one of them?
Yeah, I'm putting it in the chat right now.
Okay. Oh, Jennifer just shared Gayle's channel for you guys that are not subscribed to Gayle yet. And I'm sure she put Dave's, or will put Dave's, because Jennifer rocks like that.
Yeah,
oh, yeah. I haven't been to Jacksonville in forever. So I used to go there, Lisa, to pick up pallets, but we haven't done pallets in a while. Oh, gosh. Lisa's worried about competition. She doesn't want us in her thrift stores. Oh, Jennifer's asking if you got the lure, Dave.
No. 7 minutes left, and it's at $93. I'm going to have to let it go.
For one lure?
It's 28 inches. It's a store display. It's like this big.
Of multiple lures? Or like
no, it's
a
one giant lure that's
wow.
28 inches big. It's like a store display that you hang from the ceiling.
That's a little crazy.
Yeah, it would be really cool to have, but it's worth about $220, and it's up to $100, so I can't pay full retail for it. And then Jennifer wants to know about the lawn darts. That's another keeper I was going to buy and just put on the wall behind me here, like in a shadow box, because it's kind of cool. And that I let it go.
You cannot sell those.
I know. Everybody tells me like I just started yesterday. $67 for the lawn dart, so I let it go. That was going to be a keeper for the wall, but so, not for that much money.
But, I know a lot of auctions have been going super high, and like I won a lot at my local. It's not local. I drive 2 hours, but my regular high bid one that I buy at, I won a ton last time. But the time before, I only won 3 lots, and I'm like, I just get like I can't go super high on this stuff. And they know, because I mean, if the prices are good, I buy a lot. And I'm like, I got outbid on everything, like left and right.
Sometimes you can get lucky, get a
with the shutdown,
thousands of things in a box.
Yeah, that or I don't know. I think there's somebody that likes what I like. So like, it'll be like the same person, like hitting all the same ones. How Kelly Reseller Lewis. I don't think I've seen you before, so thank you for coming, hanging out. I see Eric, I see Brian, I see Sweden. Thank everybody for coming. I appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit the like button, because I'm what's it called? What am I doing? Self-promoting myself. So how have you guys' sales been like this week? Like higher than average, normal?
Mine have been great.
Yep, mine are picking up quite a bit. When they announced a lot of people were going back to work, it kind of took a little bit of a dive for about a month maybe, or a couple of weeks, and then it just started picking up again. So it's doing pretty good.
So mine's up, but I don't know if it's up, and I would like to get everybody's opinion in the chat as well as you guys. So I have the 50% off sale on. And if you watch me enough, you know, I mark all of my inventory up 30%. And then I constantly run a 35 or 40% sale. So essentially 5 to 10% off. But this time I'm doing 50. But with my markup, essentially that's 20% off of my price I want to get. I source so low that I have room to do that. I probably could do 60% and still be making a profit on most of the stuff. So I want to know, and I was talking with Sharon about this earlier. I know she's in the chat. Do you guys think that me running 50% off, so my sales are definitely increasing. Do you think that it's because it's 50% and people see, oh, it's half off and they're going after it? Or do you think that my prices have been too high? Like what would you take from that?
Yeah. I don't know, really, honestly. I mean, I wouldn't do the sale just to get a sale, but that I wouldn't have thought of that question. It could be the discount, could be you had watchers on it, but I think you said in the past you offer make offers, don't you, to watchers on your okay.
So I'm still doing even though I have 50% off on, I'm still sending offers for 10% more. And so I'm still sending those. I'm trying to see here.
I try not to overthink those, you know, whether if I'm priced too high or too low. Like you can, if you know you've already kind of looked at the comps, I would say you're probably not too high. That it's just people, you didn't have the right buyer, would be my guess.
I'm clicking on things.
There's another aspect to that, Kat, is in advanced search. Some buyers will search for things that are on sale.
So, but I'm always running a sale, Dave. So I always have 35 or 40%. So that's why I'm like, is this 50% kicking them in? So I sent out 45 yesterday, and then we sent out 15 today, which I feel like is where my store should be anyways, because I have 1,800 items listed. So 1% would be 18 sales a day. So I'm just like, I'm wondering, like, do I bump back down my markup? Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like what's making me have more sales. Is it the price or is it the fact that it's 50% off?
Yeah, I don't know.
Nana, I can't. So, but everybody's saying don't overthink it. But I would like to know what is doing that, because I would like it to continue. So if I could run a 50% off all the time, but if anybody watches my items for a length of time, then that's going to be pointless anyways. If they see, oh, it's always 50% off, like kind of a wash. Which if they watch right now, they see that it's 35 or 40% off all the time. So I guess what's 50%, right? Hello, Melissa. Hey, Tracy.
Hard to say.
Yeah, like, so everybody's saying don't overthink it, but I was telling them, so my 90-day total has went down, and I know a lot of people would love to have like where I'm at, but for me it's not good. So I was almost hitting 30,000 and now I'm at 23,000 and I'm kind of struggling to maintain it. All of the sales today were under $20, which was kind of crazy. I do have some higher stuff going out tomorrow because Brad sold his fish finder, which was a $250 sale. So, but we paid $250. We're just getting the money back that we spent. That's not any profit. But I'm just trying to figure it out.
Well, Kat, you have to remember there's a couple of factors, right? It is the summer, and traditionally that's pretty low for resellers. But then you also have a lot of people who have lost their jobs, so they don't really have the money. I think our sales are increasing a little bit better than they were 2 or 3 weeks ago, but they're still not winter sales like where most people are indoors. So don't price you. I mean, I think if you lower the price like you're doing that discount, I mean, I think it's good if you want to kind of test the market or get some sales, but try not to cut yourself too short, just to don't panic, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'm not panicking, but I really I want to get to that 30K for my 90-day. So Tommy, I typically do it where my 40% off ends up at the average price, because I alternate between 40% and 35% all the time. So like Monday through Friday, I'll run 35, and then Friday through Monday, I run 40%. And the 40% typically, I figure out lands at the average of what the item's going for. So the 50% off means I'm probably coming in about 10% lower than what the average sales price is. And I see a lot of people saying like 90-day totals down. So I guess the hard part for me is I might have just got lucky last year. I didn't get the summer slowdown. I just stayed steady throughout. So I might have just been, and I will say I was getting pallets and had like $400 water slides about this time last year. I was getting bonsai pallets with water slides, and we had a lot of $200 and $300 car seats too. So I had a lot of higher priced items last year than I do right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess I could
over.
try a higher promotion. I just promote it trending. So some of mine might be promoted at 10. I honestly don't even pay attention. I just set them at trending and let them go. But I might try that, maybe go back to my 40% and promote it 10% across the board.
All right, my auction's over. I won 3 Coleman lanterns. Woohoo!
How much did you pay?
Oh, let's see here.
Because they were at 70 something earlier, right? One of them was.
Yeah, they're also different. This one's a 1950. New in the box, never been burned or used. It's a model 228D I got for $37. Let's see. The next one's a 1963, same situation. It's a red lantern I got for 48. And this is a 1953, same one, red one, new in the box, never been burned or used, $69.
So you should do pretty good on those.
Yeah, I should. I just gotta do a little research, examine them, make sure nothing's broken or missing, and get them listed. They go for really good money, especially these from the 50s that have never been lit. I mean, they're just in mint condition. That's just really unusual.
Yeah, the only ones I've got have been used. James, I way overthink everything. That probably doesn't come through on a lot of my videos or in my lives, but I am a constant overthinker. Like I always overanalyze and probably a little more than I should about everything. I haven't seen Sam either. Sam's one of the people I talk to, Dapper Tiger. So he hears a lot of it. The people that I chat with know how much I overthink stuff that I probably shouldn't be.
And
Look who's here! I think I might know that guy, but I haven't seen him in a while.
You should make him dance since he's late.
No, it's Chris.
Oh, is Chris?
Chris is really late.
Yeah.
Chris has been super busy and had vacation, so he hasn't been here.
All right.
Calvin, we will make dance when he gets here.
Yeah.
If he's soaking wet, I might let him ride. But
yeah.
Yeah, so I need to just start doing different things, and I want to see if I can maybe find a couple of big pieces of furniture and maybe try doing that with the U-ship on eBay and just see how that works. Because if I were able to make a big profit on it, I could like clear out half my shed or push it forward and make the back half for larger pieces of furniture.
Yeah.
Or you can use that extra house.
I could have like a little furniture store then.
Hey, if the profit's big enough, you'll find room.
That is, well, if the profit's big enough, then I could like block off 2 rooms for storage and do Airbnb on the master.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah, if you can buy them, especially already pre-boxed, and all you have to do is just get the shipping, that would be great.
Well, no, they're doing like ones you would go pick up in the back of a truck, like a big entertainment center. And so what I need to find out is how U-ship works. Like, do I have to put it on a pallet, or do they just come pick it up from my house how it is? So I asked them how it worked, but I know I'm being lazy and just look it up myself. So I don't know if they'll answer me or not. So yeah. And I know Chris has been killing it. I think Chris, since you're in the chat, Chris's 30 day is amazing right now, or 30-day, 90-day. Has it been primarily cards? I know I've seen you sharing cards that you're selling, or are you just finding like higher dollar electronics? I haven't. Thank you, Louis. He says I'm not lazy. You guys don't know though. I'm like either go or I'm really lazy. There's like no in the middle with me. I I get lazy. Oh wow. So Tommy's saying that eBay's been turning off international shipping on him and he's having to fix it. Which could be an issue.
Yeah. That's not cool. I sell GSP maybe 2 things a month, 2 or 3 things a month.
So I switched to the eBay like the standard shipping, and it's weird because I thought we were shipping directly to them, but they had us ship to another Kentucky address. Instead of the like 40125, it was like 40181 or 18 or something. Does anybody know about that? Like, because my Canadian buyer wanted me to switch the address and I didn't have the option because I had to ship it to eBay first. And I thought I was directly shipping to them in Canada, but it seems like it's almost like the eBay standard international is maybe similar to the global shipping program.
I only use GSP, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I just tried to switch because of like how high the price is. So if I've got like $20 items that I don't mind eating, that money if something happens. My stuff that's like over $100, I still leave on GSP because I don't want to have to really worry about that. But it had me ship it to Kentucky anyways. It was still kind of weird. So Callie Reseller Lewis is saying his Mercari sales have been good. And Steve-O, I don't know if you guys watch him, SC Thrifted Treasures has a channel. He sells all on Mercari. And Sam does as well, which is Dapper Tiger. And I've been trying to pay more attention to my Mercari and Poshmark just because I feel like I'm not getting enough. And I got one Poshmark sale yesterday and one Mercari, and the Mercari one canceled on me this morning.
Yeah, if I was more active on Mercari and I, played around and adjusted the prices and add a few extra pictures and was engaged every day, I'd probably do a lot better. But I just set it and forget it, and you just really aren't supposed to do that. So my sales are just terrible on Mercari.
With Poshmark, I know you have to do a lot, but I list on Mercari as well, and I don't have to manage it. I just list it every once in a while. I'll promote it, just kind of give someone who's looking at it, just like you do an offer on eBay, just that
10% or whatever.
Yeah, I don't mess with Poshmark anymore. I have a couple of things listed there, but unless someone's specifically looking for your item, there's a lot of sharing, and it's too much work, too much time.
Yeah. Mine, I've been trying to cross post more. I'm just been with sale. Normally when sales are down, it pushes me harder to list, but lately sales have been down. I'm like, I don't even want to deal with it. Like, and I've got so much stuff. Dave is here. One of the Daves, Tesla picker. Thank you for coming by.
Got a lot of Daves lately.
Appreciated. It looks like Josh flips. Josh, I think you made that name just because like it's a tongue twister for all of us. Flips finds fun. Said his sales are up since Friday. Mine have been up as well, but I don't know if it's because I have a 50% off sale or if they would be up anyways. Okay, Lisa just sold a Bose remote on Mercari, so we're good luck.
Cool.
Oh, it looks like I sold some stuff too.
Well,
I sold some of my vintage patches.
Nice.
Uh-oh. Okay. I was like, what am I doing? Yeah, those the stuff that's been going out has been, like I said, smaller stuff, but that stuff's typically a little bit easier to ship, which is nice. And the t-shirts, stuff that we just throw into poly bags. So that's nice. And then I sold a hat on Grailed. I'm trying to figure out a little bit better, like Lisa sent you in here. Lisa sells on a lot of platforms too. I want to know. And Dave, are you only eBay or your Mercari?
eBay, Mercari, a little bit of Craigslist. That's it.
So do you, and you too, Gayle, do you cross post only certain things to the other platforms, or how do you, like, I'm trying to figure out, should I waste my time cross posting everything to all of the platforms? Obviously, Grailed is only like a men's clothing type thing, but to Poshmark and Mercari, should I just copy it all, or should I strategically pick?
I don't cross post anything.
I do.
So you list one place or the other?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For me personally, I will list on eBay because it has a very large audience. But then I will sit on my couch if I'm watching TV or whatever, and I'll literally go to my eBay ad and copy the title, and I'll just go back every time and just list on each different site that I cross post on and save them, and then they're listed. So I'll do it on all different sites.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we lost her.
Go.
You didn't lose me.
Okay.
So like, how many items, Dave, you said you're at like 300?
333. Yeah.
Okay. Where are you at, Gayle?
Not quite 200 right now.
So I'm coming up on hitting 2,000.
Yeah.
And I think Lisa and Rob have like 10,000 or something, couple of pickers in there that are my neighbors down here. So Lisa, I see, she said she's a cross-posting fool, but are you cross-posting everything to all of the platforms, or what are you doing? Are you strategically picking? How are you deciding what to cross-post? Because I'm like going through stuff and I'm like, do I, spend the time to just do everything because I don't know where it'll sell? Because I do have List Perfectly, but with I have, I think 400 Poshmark. So that's, like a quarter of my listings are over on Poshmark, probably about the same on Mercari. And I don't know if I should really push to get everything over there. I don't know. And I'm horrible about marking stuff. I've gotten better. So yeah, she's saying she picks and chooses which goes on each platform, which is kind of what I'm trying to do, is to figure out like what will sell. So I'm not wasting time, even though it's just like a couple minutes clicking, but if I could save that time.
Mm-hmm.
I've not done List Perfectly, but if doing it the way I do does take time, that's why I do it when I'm doing nothing. And if I don't get it cross-posted, at least I know I've got it on eBay.
Yeah, I always do. I always list on eBay first, and then I use List Perfectly to copy from eBay to the other platforms. Okay. And it's $29.99 a month, but I actually was paying a virtual assistant through Fiverr to cross-post, and I would pay her like $30 for 100 listings. So as long as I do 100 listings in a month, I figure, and she was only cross-posting to Mercari, and List Perfectly, I'm cross-posting to Mercari, Poshmark, and Grailed if it's like a men's clothing or hat or something like that.
Are those the only ones that they cross-post on?
No, they do Etsy, they do Kitizen, they do Depop.
Do they do Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp?
They do Facebook Marketplace. I know Tommy has the higher level of List Perfectly, which like you can list on List Perfectly and then like send it out to all the platforms, and then you can go to List Perfectly and mark it sold, and it'll pull it down on all the platforms, which I really like that concept where I don't have to go and do it. But I want to say it's like $60 a month. So quite a bit. So Lisa's saying Etsy is a miss. Y'all are trying to make me mess up my talking. Mishmash of items. I listed 20 items on Etsy, and I told Tim he needs to make like an Etsy listing video. I didn't sell anything, and then I kind of like, since Etsy isn't free to list on, I feel like I want to see the sales on Etsy if I'm going to list on there, because 20 cents an item adds up. So I haven't really pushed Etsy because I'm scared I'm not going to sell anything.
Isn't it good for like 3 months, the 20 cents?
I don't know. Maybe somebody that sells on Etsy could tell us. Eric, I'm sorry I missed your 8-hour hangout listing thing. We went and we're looking at boats today. So that's what I did today.
Looking at boats.
Looking at boats. So we went last week. Well, no, now it's been 2 weeks ago to look at boats. I think it was before I did my show last week. And the one we found was nicer, of course, than the one that we intended to go look at. And they're saying, no, you can't do that for your first recreational vehicle. And I'm like, what? So, and the people, this was so frustrating to me. This boat is not cheap. Okay. It's pretty expensive. And we had to call them 4 times before they called us back. And I feel like if I am spending a lot of money with you, that you should be able to call me back. And then after 4 times of calling them and over a week, she calls my husband and says, oh, you put in a job application? And I'm like, are you kidding me now? So we went to a different dealership today. And hopefully, I don't know if anybody's bought a boat before, but these people are not like car salespeople. It's like they seem like they could care less if you buy a boat or not. Like there's no push. I feel like they're not like incentivized to sell me a boat. They're just like la la la. And I feel like I want some attention. I don't want them to like hound me, of course, but if I'm spending all this money, I want them to pay attention.
Yeah, you don't want to have to beg to buy the boat, right? So moving on is better.
Yeah. So maybe it's a blessing that one was ridiculous. So I wish a 70-foot yacht, Dave. So we live 30 minutes from Cedar Key. Anybody that's halfway familiar with Florida, it's like a northern, like Florida Keys. It's a little chain of islands. So the water here is super shallow. So we have to get a boat that will run super shallow. Most of the water is under 2 feet deep. So we can't get a big. So see, Tracy's saying her boat people are just like her car people, that they push really hard. These people don't. Like they could care less, and it was very annoying. Weird. And I saw Tommy said he feels the same way about Etsy, like paying to list and you don't know if you're going to get sales. I want to go and look at Tim's store because I know Tim primarily sold on Etsy. Like the rest of us are primarily selling on eBay. Like Etsy was his main listing platform and main sales place for a while before he branched out to eBay and Mercari and all of the other platforms. So I think a lot of it is what you're used to and what you're comfortable with, and you have to learn a new system and how to list stuff there. So Lisa's saying her 3rd round with Etsy. She just said she sold a hat on there for $29, which is awesome. And then, so I know Gayle, you were saying like do a weekly listing goal. I need to figure it out. I got 8 up today. I try and typically on my days off get 20 up, but I'm just haven't been very motivated lately.
Yeah, I need a little motivation too.
Man, I just, sometimes it's just a pain in the butt. Kim, that's how I feel. That is honestly how I feel. Like they're like, la, 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 la.
Maybe they don't make a commission.
I don't know. Maybe they don't. Like the way they act, they don't.
Maybe if I just listed on eBay, it would definitely go a lot smoother and I probably would list a lot more. Be less stressed, but I make enough sales through Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, and OfferUp that I think, well, it sold there and it didn't sell on eBay. So, it's kind of, that's what's keeping me cross-posting. But if I did just eBay, it would be good.
Our marketplace is not worth doing. We're so far in the middle of nowhere, people don't follow through and they consistently lowball. And by that, I mean less than half.
But they do shipping now, you know that, right? Or do you?
I need to figure that. That's another thing like Etsy. Like I've got to figure it out because I've listed a few things on Marketplace and it said that the stuff I was listing wasn't eligible for shipping.
It will do that sometimes, like if it thinks you're shipping something really large, because I don't know if you're familiar with OfferUp, but it's basically like up to half a pound, you just choose the weight. So if it's over a certain weight,
I've shipped on OfferUp, but I haven't listed on there in forever.
Yeah. So it's similar where it has the rate, I guess a range of weight equals a certain pound. So you just choose what it weighs, and then they'll send you a label when they buy the product and they pay for it, they being the buyer. So it's not all local, but you do have local sales too if you want.
Mm-hmm.
During June, they were offering free shipping. So
well, I've tried, and I don't know if like I'm not qualified, but everything that I have tried to list on there has not been qualified, and it was smaller stuff that would ship easily. So that's why I said I need to kind of figure out why it's not letting me do it.
Okay.
So Chris said he just hit 31K for his 90-day, half cards and lots of video games and marketplace deals. I have been scouring marketplace because Calvin was finding like all those marketplace deals, and they are just not happening here. And then it looks like he's doing what Rev Resale does and doing a second store with the lower cards, so you don't have to put in tracking information and worry about it. Look who's alive!
Yo!
Make them dance. Now you gotta dance.
Oh yeah, you're late. You have to dance. You're not wet from the rain.
Yeah, it did not rain. Last game of
Did
the
you
season.
win?
Yeah,
Even
we
though
won.
you don't count?
Yeah, we won. We won. Last game, done.
Tommy, he might. Tim's definitely with Cernock and Calvin here with all the hats and shirts. Tommy's saying Tim might slow down on the glass.
Why's that?
Because he's getting into like the clothes and the hats. And
Oh, yeah.
I think he'll still pick it up if he sees it though.
He's so in love with glass, man. That's his passion.
He's like a walking book.
Yeah, man. He loves glass. I don't think he'll ever get rid of that.
Here, this is for you, Calvin. That message is for you.
I want to see some twerking.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that.
Well,
for the
apparently someone does.
That's for late night.
Yeah, that's after midnight.
That's the late night live.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh,
trust me, you don't want to see it.
No, definitely not. No, I'm thinking Calvin. I'm not thinking me. Yeah, Brian, like, so Tim is like this walking encyclopedia of glass. Like the knowledge he has on that, I don't think I have enough room in my head for. Like, I don't think I will ever get to his level, his knowledge. Gayle, have you watched him over the years?
Not over the years, just recently I've come across the channel, but yeah, I don't.
He like is insane on glass, and I love glass. Like I've been like probably buying too much glass, but he'll like pull out like I said, it's like a book of all of the glass, and it's just insane.
Yeah.
Calvin came, he left. That was a team. Oh, he's back.
What's that little noise going on?
Who did
that can't be me.
It's not me. I was wondering.
Yeah, before you got here, Calvin, I was online auction for local pickup. I won 3 Coleman lanterns.
Wait till you see the video coming out. What? Think differently about what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man?
Is he saying he made a mistake?
I don't know. I see people in here. I'm trying to look at the chat here. Everybody, what's up? What are you talking about, Tommy? Wait to see what? Bruh. So what I missed, man? Anything good?
we need We need Dave with his sound effects. Not you, Dave. I mean, if you have sound effects, do them.
No, it's just my phone. Step away from the phone, Dave. You're on a live show. I know. I'm multitasking. Multitasking. Got people off camera asking me questions. I'm winning.
Dave's
losing,
very popular.
Yeah.
I know. So Calvin, I was telling them, I haven't talked to you because you were at the game. I was in like one of the reseller groups, and somebody was selling like furniture, like a big old like a entertainment center, and he bought it for like $150 off marketplace, sold it for $1,000 on eBay in like less than a week. And he said he uses uship.com. They just come to the house and get it. And I'm like, huh, because I've been trying to think of some higher profit. Well, we were talking about, I was talking to you a little bit, I know, on the way when I was out earlier. But I mean, I don't know. I'm going to look into the uship thing and just like see how it really works. And maybe get like 1 or 2 pieces from auction or from marketplace cheap and just see.
Yeah, I never heard of that. I mean, I think I heard of it, but not using it in that way.
Mm-hmm. They're like a freight shipper, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be like one where people bid on it or something. I don't know. I really don't know anything about it.
Oh, like the guy who's delivering, they bid on the delivery.
Know. I don't know how it works. Dave.
Want me to turn it down?
I thought that was sales coming in, man. I thought that was your little sales alert.
No, it's my notification alert. Call volume, I want that up. Ring volume, I want down. Harry Humstone is sending me messages on Instagram.
Harry Humstone. Oh, Harry Humstone left.
Vintage
Harry
box of hats, fire, bro. Vintage box of hats, man. That's nice. Auction in my live. What kind of auction would you get them on? An online auction?
Yeah, it's a local company. It's all online now because of the COVID. So it's just a little mom and pop place, and then they do curbside pickup.
Gotcha.
Tommy, what channel is Shipping Wars on? I'll watch
it. It was probably on the same one as like American Pickers and shit.
And Storage Wars.
Yeah.
We were watching. What were we watching?
I bet. All right, that's what's up, Josh.
We were watching earlier. In the middle. But yeah, so that and the sale. Calvin, do you run sales? I don't even know.
Man, you know, I don't. I ran one. I think the last time I ran one was probably like in April. I promote everything, but I don't run any sales. I started running sales, and initially what I was doing is I would, increase the price like kind of like everyone does, and then do the 30-40% off or whatever.
Yeah.
But when the sale ended, I ran like a 3-day sale. After the sale ended, like the numbers just looked all funky when I tried to lower them back down. So I kept the price normal, and then I just started doing like 10%, 15%. And I did that for like 2 weeks. I would start it on Thursday, end it on Sunday, but I haven't done one since like late April, early May, to be quite honest.
So do you feel your sales have stayed consistent without doing it?
I mean, yeah, because I really started, my store started cranking like the end of April, May anyways. And I haven't ran a sale. Like I said, I've just been promoting everything. Now, as of late, my sales it's slow for sure. My store is slow. But I mean, at this point, it kind of just is what it is. I mean, it's not really anything you can predict, when your store is going to slow down. Just continue to list is really the only thing I could say.
Yeah.
But yeah, my store is down. But what can you do?
Harry Humstone, don't text my guests while they're on my show.
He's my consultant. He helps me out.
Ready, Steady, Sells. I do keep my promoted, and that's one of the things maybe that I could try. I don't know if anybody wants to like chime in on that. Do you guys keep your promoted on all the time, or do you turn it off?
Yeah, mine is all day long, 24/7. Like I usually go in, like when I list, I'll wait a couple days, and then I'll run a promotion. So like last night, I went into like all my listings, and it said, you have 42 items that qualify to be promoted. So I just go and I bulk promote 3% across the board, and just keep it simple.
Do you find that it helps? eBay doesn't give any reporting, so you don't really know.
Well, yeah, I mean, when something sells, it lets you know if it was sold through a promoted listing.
Well, if it were something you promoted, right?
Yeah,
but how do you know that's the reason that it sold?
It'll
well,
tell
yeah, I
you.
mean,
I don't think you really will though.
No,
I mean,
eBay tells you.
eBay tells you, but I mean, logically, yeah, I mean, you don't really know. They could just say it's sold via promoted listing,
So
just so
if
they can
they
get extra
click on
money.
it while it's promoted, it stores
Yeah.
that cookie for 30 days. So
Yeah.
if they click on it while it's promoted, say they go
Mm.
back and click on it organically, like 2 weeks
Yeah.
later,
Yeah.
you're still going to get charged for promoted.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Look at these vacuum cleaner bags I sold. If it'll focus, see where it says right there.
Yeah, that's what it says. I mean, it lets you know.
Sold via
Okay.
promoted listing. That's on the app.
Yeah.
I don't promote anything. Every once in a while, if it's a super large profit margin
Mhm.
and it hasn't sold, I'll promote it. But otherwise,
Yeah.
I don't promote anything.
I promote
So,
stuff with a lot
like-
of competition.
Right. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Like when I was doing so much jewelry, that stuff I feel like you have to promote if you want to get sales because it's thousands and thousands and thousands. Gayle, where are you sitting right now? Like for your 90-day or like your monthly for sales?
Oh, I think it was 3,000 or 4,000.
Okay.
I'm still doing, I'm not doing as much of a volume as you guys are.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you only have 200 listed, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just wondering, like, so Lisa's saying she promotes all 6,800 listed. I think my
Ooh.
1,800's a lot. She's got 6,800 listed.
Wow. I need
But
2 employees to
that's
do
crazy.
that.
Yeah, but Lisa, do you and Tommy, if you're still in here, like Lisa, do you turn it off or is it just always promoted? Like, do you play with it, turn it off? Do you change the amount? So Tommy, I don't know, Tommy was suggesting how then for my sale, like
Mhm.
bump it down to like 30% and then promote everything at 10% across the board. So like it would be costing me the same and
Yeah.
fees, but I would be promoting to get it bumped up higher in the listings and see if that would like kind of kick it in gear.
Yeah. I think promoting helps. I mean, until April, I didn't even run promotions either. Like I literally ran nothing on my stores at all. I just
Right.
depended on whatever I listed and the kind of the algorithm off of listing. But you obviously you got to do whatever you can to kind of boost your sales. And again, I'm not huge in the sales, but promoted, yeah, I'll knock off 2% just to get it to the top.
I didn't even know you could promote for a limited time, Tracy. So you can like set your promote time to end like 2 days later, just like a sale. So Lisa's saying that Rob does theirs, leaves it promoted for 2 days, takes it off for 15 minutes, and then promotes it back on.
Yeah.
See, Tommy's saying he schedules it too to end every 24 to 48 hours. And then what do you mean they have the diminished returns, Tommy? What do you mean? Okay, so he's saying there's a drop down that says more options. So
Yeah.
I always just like bulk promote. So I guess I'm not seeing that. Can I bulk end all the promotions though? I guess I could.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Yeah, Tracy's saying they hide that option pretty good.
I think I've seen it before where you could set the dates,
I think mine's been running since like 2015. Like I have this one big campaign where my sales are, and it says like all of them are in that campaign, and it's been just like ongoing.
Do you think I mean, I think ending it like every 2 days or whatever, like Tommy and Tracy are saying, I think it has more so just to do with the activity to your store. So I think eBay just is huge on activity. So whether you're listing, whether you're sending out offers, whether you're revising, like just keeping that store active every day is always a good thing.
Yeah, I agree, because I've gotten even just offers on things that I'm selling, and I've seen them for lower, and I wonder why are they buying my stuff. And I'm pretty consistent. I mean, if nothing else, you list one a day. I think it keeps you up at the top. I think it really does. I think it makes a difference more than anything, because I've wondered that why are they picking mine over these others when they're clearly considerably lower. But
I think pictures has a lot to do with that too. Like my vase I sold for $40 more than the last one that sold.
Yeah.
So I think that does too. Uncle Bubba, that's a really good number for 90 days. 120 listed. It would really depend on like how much you're wanting to do. Because for me, like I could list 120 in a week with no problem.
Yeah.
If I'm going hard, I'm like right now I'm not. I probably listed like 25 this week. I haven't been listing very much. But I think, and it also depends on how hard your stuff is and like how many pictures. I got some more shirts today. Like I think shirts are pretty easy to list when you're just tossing them on a hanger. Like I actually took it down because I had taken pictures of all my shirts and I went and bought more. So I'm gonna have to set it up again. But what kind of stuff are you selling, Uncle Bubba? So Tommy's saying to check out your impressions. I actually was looking at that. eBay has that new like board that helps you a little bit easier with your impressions and all that.
Yeah. Did anybody register for managed payments yet?
I keep getting turned down.
Really?
I'm not trying to.
They sent me an email. I registered because they told me I had to, but they haven't activated it yet.
Yeah, I'm registered now, but it hasn't activated.
I got about 12 or 15 coins listed, so they want nothing to do with me until they perfect it. But when they tell me,
because of selling money.
Yeah, they tell me no. It says that the canned response is most people will be signed up by the end of 2020.
Yeah,
most. So it's people. The rumors are that everybody has to and blah blah blah. It's like, well, I think it's
not
to.
even showing as available to me, but I'm not interested in it, so I don't care.
Well, I think it's gonna be a good thing, man. I mean, to be honest, I think it is. I think having everything in one house is it cuts out a lot of the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Because now.
PayPal will give people a refund 6 months after the sale. They don't care.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now that it's not going to be on PayPal, it's like, you don't have to worry about that issue anymore.
Does anybody know though? So is eBay only giving them the 30-day like they normally do if you're on managed payments, or are they gonna extend that because of credit card protections, which is why I think PayPal does that?
I don't
know. I can't answer. I cannot answer.
I don't know. Calvin, did I tell you about the nasal mist issue?
No, what happened?
So, you guys know I've sold probably 100, like 200 to 300 sets of nasal mist. So somebody messaged me. They bought it 2.5 months ago, and they said, hey, there was a recall on this, and it was not mine. It was other stuff. And they're like, and this burned my nose. And I called CVS, and they said to stop using it, and blah, 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 blah. They bought a case, though. So it wasn't like one of the little 3-packs or 5-packs. They bought a whole case. So 20 bottles. And I'm like, so I look up the recall. It's like nothing. It's like the little puffer bottles, not like the aerosol cans like mine are. And even then, the recall was from 2018. It was not a current recall. And I'm like, so I kind of got, anybody that knows me knows I can get frustrated with the buyers, probably more so than I should. And I'm like, hey, like, this is not a current recall. This is not my product. My product doesn't have a recall. I said, you're more than welcome to ship the 23 other bottles back.
DP.
Because obviously if it burns your nose, you didn't use the other 23 bottles, right? So I'm like, you're welcome to ship them back and I will issue you a refund. And it costs over $20 to ship a case. I don't make that much money. So if I was out the $20 to ship to them plus the $20 to ship back to me, I would be negative. Like I would be out. And I'm like, no, it's been over 60 days. So you will pay the shipping out of your pocket.
Yeah.
And then when I get it, I'll refund you. And he's like, oh, well, maybe I'll have to file a claim through PayPal. And I'm like,
Oh.
no, but I looked and I should be covered under seller protections because PayPal's for like item not as described or like a chargeback. And he hasn't done anything. And he's like, well, I didn't say it was in that recall. Then why did you send it to me? It's like he was trying to scare me with this recall. And because I actually researched, I'm like, no, like I'm like, I've sent out over 200 and you're the only person who's telling me that this nasal mist is making you sick. That's what he told me. It's making him sick, you know? And I'm like, and then I got to thinking, I'm like, I don't even know how he stored this case. You know, if he's had temperature controlled, I probably couldn't resell it. I don't know how he stored it for 2 months. I don't think he's going to do it because I think he probably realized it's going to cost him $20 to ship it back to me. And it's not worth it. But I like stuff like that. I'm not giving into, you know, it's just.
Hey, Kat.
Yeah.
9 p.m. I got to scoot. So I'll see you guys later.
Okay. Bye, Dave.
Bye, everybody.
Later, Dave.
Oh, Dalton wants to say bye. Say bye.
Bye, Dalton. He's mesmerized.
He just woke up. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I like with the managed payments, I like that they're going to net the money because then you're not having to worry about the eBay fees, the PayPal fees. You just get one bit. I don't like that they're going to send it to our account because that takes like 3 days to get the money. But I've seen some people do the math on it too. Like it may be greater in fees than what we're paying now. I'm not real sure. Maybe it depends on the size of your sale maybe. But I think for those that sell lower dollar amounts tend to end up paying more, I think, because they have, I think, a base fee. I haven't looked into all the details, but I do like that it's going to be cleaner.
Yeah, I went over them briefly, but I didn't go in depth with them for sure.
Yeah, they haven't asked me to, and I'm not volunteering. Just, for me, I think I don't like change. I let my money sits in PayPal forever. So like the 3-day hold thing for me is not a big deal. But I almost use PayPal as a bank account. Like all my auctions I spend money on, I just, pull it right back out of PayPal.
Yeah.
I never touch, the business account. Is that better?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. That's why I got to get on other platforms because that's what you mean. At the end of the day, you don't want to have to, no matter what, no matter how good one platform is or, whatever is your main thing, that's cool. But, getting on other platforms like Kat, I seen you get a hat sale on Gayle. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So just having other options, having other options aside from just the one, and it starts to, take away a little bit of the stress or whatever it is that if you see your store like, sales are a little slower, but like is that your how long have you been signed up for Gayle, Kat? Gayle.
I listed like 20 things like 6 weeks ago and like stuff that I thought would sell and none of it did. And then I just started cross posting again when I got the Chromebook, so a few days ago. And then one of those sold almost immediately. I had offers on Gayle when I first did it last time, but the people didn't pay. Like I accepted their offer, and they didn't pay. But this time with the hat, it said it was a binding offer. Which I mean, guess like means that they have like sent the money. So I'm like on PayPal. So when I accept it, it's automatically like when I added the tracking number, it was released to me. But last time on Grail, they sent me an offer, I accepted, and then they never paid, which kind of threw me for a little loop. I don't know how. Like, have you been selling stuff on Grail or not yet?
I'm just signed up. I have not one thing listed on there. Not yet.
So
I think I'm gonna
Thrift
list
Raider's
them.
saying the fees come out immediately. I like that as well. I pay my eBay balance every day anyway, so that's fine for me. That's not a big deal. I'd rather that as well. Like Poshmark and Mercari, they take the fee out automatically before you get your money. I don't have any issues with that.
Yeah, I like that. I like that part of it for sure.
Yeah, plus they do it where when you go to make the offer or you're listing it, it'll tell you what you're going to make. You don't have to do the PayPal math, the eBay math. You know, I don't know if eBay's going to do that as well. That would be kind of nice.
Like the you earn part where it tells you like if you sell it for X amount, you earn this.
Yeah, I kind of like that. I don't like doing math that much. So I try to figure 13-14% for eBay fees, but you know, it would just be nice to just see that number and go, oh yeah, I'll take it or not, you know.
Yeah, I like that. Like on Mercari, when you send it to offers, it tells you like, okay, here's what you're getting. I've switched my Mercari. I've been doing free shipping to see if it made a difference, but it hasn't made a difference that I've seen.
I try to stay away from the free shipping. It's back to the math. It just makes it easier when someone offers. I know what I paid for it, so it's easier to just know what my bottom line is without worrying about the actual shipping costs.
Yvette, stay safe. If there's a tornado warning, and Tommy said if there is one, don't send it to him. Andy says he likes math. I
hate math.
I don't like having, like, as you saw earlier, I overthink everything, so I need less things to overthink.
Well, I'm a treasury manager, so I should know math, but as long as I have Excel and a calculator, I'm good.
Yeah, for me, like, I follow like my lots pretty closely till I hit break even, and then I'm like, I know all that stuff is profit. You know, so I'll follow like that particular sale just till I'm like, okay, I made my money back, and now I know, like, I'm a little more like likely to accept lower offers.
Yeah,
because I'm okay. This is all profit.
Right. I need to get
But
to
like
that
with
point.
this 50% off, people are sending me 50% off my 50%. And I'm like, no.
Every time I run a sale, when I do, that's what I get. I'm like, this is the sale price. Why are you knocking more off of it?
Yeah.
And I write up like the fish finder we had listed. I had it after the 50%. It came at like $275. We paid $255 on eBay like a couple months ago, and we basically just want to get our money back. And people are sending like 200, which isn't like a super low ball offer.
Yeah.
But I counted them back, and they would get like 210, 220. And so I started telling them, like, look, I got offered $255. If you want to give me $260, I'll accept it right now. And finally, one of them took it because I got like 10 offers today. So there was definitely interest, and we are like the lowest priced. Like, there are ones on auctions already at like $260 with 2 days left. Like, come on. You know?
Wow.
But people just, and they're like, no, I have 210 off you right now. I'm like, I just told you I got an offer for $250. Like, it's okay right now too. You know. Hey Dan, what's going on with your pool? I need to come visit you. Dan's having like this awesome pool put in his house. Kermit moved up in life by moving in with Dan. I'm telling you. He gets to like hang out by the pool. It's been so hot here. Like,
it's been hot
like
everywhere.
90s and muggy, like high 90s. Gayle, where are you at?
Texas, South.
Has it been hot there?
Yes. Hot and humid. It's very similar.
That's
probably
how
to
it
where
is
you're
here.
at. Yeah. Yeah, stay. That's when you thrift, you can stay inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweat between the car and the storm. It's good.
Yeah, that's crazy, Yvette. Stay safe. She said a EF3 2-year anniversary went through the middle of her town. So we get hurricanes here. We get tornadoes here sometimes, but we're not like Tornado Alley where they get that stuff a lot. We don't have a basement to hide in here.
Same here.
But we get hurricanes.
At least we have warning with a hurricane.
Yeah, if you listen to them, but most people that are native and have lived here do not. We actually, so our neighbors, I think, are from the UK. They bought their place like within a couple months of us. We've been here almost 5 years, and they put a. So Brad ran into at the post office today. They put a 40-foot Connex like out back of their house. We hadn't even noticed they did it with like 4-foot anchors. So apparently, the guy's wife wanted to have a hurricane shelter, but here, like, we're inland.
Yeah.
So, like, if it were something bad enough, like, you aren't even going to stay in that Connex. So, there's, like, no point. And I can see, on the coast, but we're 30 minutes inland. We've gotten some bad backlash, but nothing, that was, like, critical that we were out of power, like, 11 days.
Yeah.
But, oh, yeah, Chris has been hanging out in the chat, Calvin. There you go.
Oh, that's all good, bro. It is all good. I forgot what did I call him for? I know it had to be some cards. It was cards for sure.
Look at Dan. Dan's got his pool. I'm so jealous. Brian, my sound always goes bad. At some point, I'm in a tin can every live. Unfortunately, I cannot fix that.
Heading east. Ooh. Yeah, there was I've seen someone in the chat talking about a storm in Iowa. But yeah, because they're from Iowa, so it was supposed to rain. Our game was supposed to be rained out, but it was clear the whole way through. So, but here in Iowa, you never know. You never know what the weather's going to be in Iowa.
We could use some rain here.
Yeah.
Calvin, do y'all get like tornadoes?
Yeah, we get tornadoes. Not where I am. Like, we get a lot of rain. There's been tornadoes here before, but we're so far north. I don't know. We're just like in a certain area where the I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist, so I don't know all the technical terms, but we just don't sit in that right hemisphere, I guess you can call it.
So, Brian, I live in the middle of nowhere, and there is no wired internet available at all. Like, there is no option for it. So, I have to use my phone, and I use my phone hotspot for my internet. I had satellite internet previously, and it was slower than my phone, and it was more expensive than my phone. So, I shut that off, and now I just use my phone. So, occasionally, it decides to go on me, and there's no fix. Yakov is here. I know Yakov and Josh are going live in 45 minutes at 10. I'll probably hop off here shortly since I got home and had like 10 minutes. And I'm going to try and maybe list some stuff since I've been slacking.
Oh, yeah.
So work has been so busy, and I knew this would happen. After getting called off for 2 months or so. I was like on my hours. They now text me and call me 3 times a day when I'm off, asking me to come in for overtime. And the thing is, though, it's so bad when you go in because we're so short staffed. It's so stressful. Nobody wants to come in, so nobody's coming in extra to help because they know when they come in, it's just like it's bad.
Yeah.
And so I like my next 3 shifts, I was supposed to be in like this kind of easy place.
Yeah.
And I'm out of it. Like they put me back in typically lately it has been, we've been going to the COVID floors because that floor is the shortest.
Yeah.
So like I didn't have COVID patients. It was like one half was and one half wasn't. And luckily they're nice. So like me, like I'm staffing, so I'm there to help them. So it can go one of two ways. They can be nice to us, like, which is what happened to me my last shift. They're like, no, we're not going to give you those patients. You're here to help us. Or they're like, oh, we're going to give our nurses a break and give the staffing nurse like the worst. So it could go. So it's kind of like I'm on the fence though, because for 8 years up until about a year ago when I started hitting eBay hard, I worked 48 hours a week. Like my budget was on 48 hours a week, and our overtime is nice. Like I'm not gonna lie, like one day is a lot of money. So it's like I hate to see them struggling, but it's so hard. I've been on the fence. Like, do I go in? You know, I like, of course, everybody wants extra money, right? And it's helping them, or am I going to get screwed when I go?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're here to help us now. Like, have the worst people. Yakov, we are reusing N95s. There's no shortage on them. So we're using them 3 times. They're having us put them in a paper bag for 4 days because they say like 4 days in a paper bag would kill any germs on it. And then we kind of alternate them. So like I have 2, and then after you use it for 3 shifts, you throw it out and get a new one. There's no shortage on like gloves or the mask. Like every time I call, they don't even question me. I'm like, hey, I need a new N95, and they'll send me a couple. So I don't think there's much like equipment like shortage, but I don't know if anybody's watched like the Florida numbers. Are insane. Like we're it's went like straight up. It was something like 11,000 new cases in one day in Florida a couple days ago when I looked. They said Florida's the new epicenter. So we went like we had 4 in our hospital that was COVID, and then the ICU, and now we have 2, and I have a feeling it's going to start like, so that's like 50, 60 patients. I feel like it'll probably expand out of that. So Yvette, I work for the hospital. I am full-time, I am benefited, but I'm staffing. So our hospital is so big, it's 3 towers that they have their own float pool that is full-time benefited. They have not brought in travel nurses yet. I am expecting that will probably be the next move, is travel nurses coming in. If they offer like sometimes they'll offer like an extra $5 an hour on top of time and a half. If they do that, I might be a little more incentivized to go in for a couple shifts. But I work for the hospital, and then I work tomorrow and Wednesday. I don't know where I'm at until like I'm on my way to work. So it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Like I might move to 6:45 where I'm going. Like, and we have 3 towers, so I could be in the ER, I could go to the recovery room, I can go to these lovely COVID floors, and I don't know until I pull in. And last time I was supposed to be on 1 floor, and then I got moved to the COVID floor, but not with COVID patients. So it's basically a floater resource nurse. So I know a little about a lot of stuff because I've been doing floating for about 8 years. So like most of the like departments and areas I know pretty well after doing them for this long. Andy, they had us doing plastic. Andy's saying Tupperware, but I don't know if they researched or something, and they had us switch to paper bags. It's like a lunch sack. And then you just like write the date on it. So you're like paper bag in your mask. So Steve, I think Steve's at Steve, you work at like a meat market, right? At like a doesn't Steve work at like a grocery store?
I don't know.
I think
what does he mean another 300? Like another
maybe $300? A $300 bonus because they're having to work so much. Gayle, are you going to work, or are you like working from home?
I'm working from home. Yeah.
Did you work from home before?
No, I've been working from home since mid-March. Every once in a while I go back to the office. There's no one there, like on that wing that I work at. There's no one there. There's no interaction with people. So I used to go in, but I finally just brought my stuff to the office and just kind of made it more permanent. But Yeah, there's no word about them bringing it back. So who knows? I mean, a lot of people are going back to work though.
Yeah.
At our
Yeah, I
division,
know a
though,
few people.
it's a manufacturing plant, so there's 2 people that have just announced that they got it. So yeah, so they kind of let everybody know, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird that a lot of people are getting it, but they're not feeling very many symptoms. So it's kind of one of those things. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Lisa's right. So when this first started, I had patients, and that is what I do. My laundry room is at the front of my house, like outside of the house. It's not heated or cooled. So I strip in the laundry room and like streak through the house to the shower. But yeah, so that's what I do. And I actually, one of my friends that I used to work with, she's not a nurse anymore. She kind of got out of it, but she was positive, and her 2 small kids were also positive. She was in the hospital, I think, for like 9 or 10 days, and then she has a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old that both tested positive as well. So. See, the crazy thing is, like, even if we're going to court and Yakov, I don't know about you, but like, we're not getting any extra pay. Like, we don't get anything extra. There's no hazard pay. There's no nothing. And it just is what it is. But like, I'll tell you, one of my good friends I went to nursing school with, his mom's boyfriend, essentially his stepdad, had it, and he said they were so appreciative of the people taking care of them. And I'm just like, man, should I be like wanting to go? You're kind of torn because you do want to help with all of it, but like you want to keep, your own family safe. You don't want to bring it home to your family.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not getting hazard pay. There are people that do get that, and they're not near that close proximity to it.
Well, and I feel this way, and I say this all the time, though. We're safer probably going in there than going to the grocery store, because I know they have it. So I'm going to put on every single thing I can to protect myself.
Yeah.
But the grocery store, you don't know if that person in front of you has it or not. Yeah. You know what I mean? So at least we know they have it, so we can properly be clothed, have on protective gear, where if you don't know, anybody could have it. And the problem is a lot of people like yours aren't showing the symptoms, like they aren't, and they're passing it. Like, that's why I think it's spreading so fast.
Right.
And like, we don't have mandatory masking. The whole state of Florida doesn't. Some counties are. I know the county that I work in is, but the county I live in is not doing mandatory masking.
Yeah,
but
they're not here either.
But in 100-degree weather, like, you can't breathe without a mask. I mean, like,
yeah, it's hard.
I don't go out anyways that much.
But when I'm outside, not around people, I'll take it off to breathe. But a lot of stores, like even just reselling, like Goodwill, they require it. The post office requires it. The grocery store. So I don't think it's mandatory, but a lot of people are enforcing that for their businesses.
Yeah. Here too. My little local thrift store has mandatory masking, even though our little town does not. Yeah. But like, the manager and most of the employees there are probably in their 60s and 70s. So I get it. I understand that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like, so Chris is saying an ex-coworker just retired, passed away from it. And I've heard a couple of the nurses that I work with, like people they went to nursing school, they've lost people. So we're not talking all older. I mean, so it's happening. And the best you can do is just, like, be safe. Like, I don't go out that much anyways. I'm like a homebody. I stay here. My buy online, go there, pick my stuff up. Like, the auction that I buy from every month, is like contactless. So like I tell them I'm coming, I already paid via PayPal. They have it rolled out on like the porch of their business, and I loaded it. Like I didn't even like they came out, but they were probably a good 20 feet from me, and he was wearing a mask. So everywhere here has kind of got, at least as far as that stuff, where you can do contactless pickup, which is nice. See, Kelly, we don't have like the curbside pickup for groceries, and we can't like get deliveries for anything here either.
Yeah, when you're far out, it's hard to get that stuff.
Yeah, we don't have any of that. I guess I will let everybody say bye. I know Calvin just got home from the game. I have been out boat shopping and one bookstore. And if you guys have any last minute questions, throw them in there. If not, Gayle, I know you're at what, almost 900 subscribers. Calvin's coming up on 700, right, Calvin? Yeah. So subscribe to these guys if you haven't, and Dave, Midwest Picker too. The links to everybody's channels are down in the description, and my StreamYard keeps freezing up. So if somebody's asking a question, I can't even see it. I will let you guys say goodbye. And
someone said if you're getting a dinghy. Andy.
No problem, Brian. Thank you guys for listening in, everybody. A dinghy. A dinghy is about what I should probably buy for my budget, but I don't know what that means. So.
Or maybe we're just feeling. Well, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Thank you for coming on. Okay. Calvin?
All right. I appreciate everyone coming out as usual. Tuesday. Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
That sounds good.
We should like all make tacos one time before we come on and just be like eating
Do a mukbang.
Need like a taco hat. Bye, you guys. Thank you for coming. Right. And Josh and Jakob will be live at 10 p.m. So head over there and see them. Calvin can dance now.